that was positive, promoting positivity for our black women. You're not making a good look for yourself right now.
Or nobody say they moved out the hood because the woman ain't love herself. You know what they moved out the hood for? Because of these antisocial, psychopathic men that destroy the community, that will come shoot you when they see you happy on Instagram or TikTok. They will come kill you in front of their kids and your other kid because of their anger. I don't hear y'all talking about that. If I'm wrong, please.
You are wrong. You're wrong in so many ways. First of all, you're speaking about an insanely small percentage of men. The vast majority of men are not out here trying to unalive women. The vast majority of men are not out here, trying they're not responding to relationships that way. The vast majority of men are not. That's a fact. If you want to complain about the neighborhood, the environment, and all this stuff you're posting and you're showing, trying to move about the hood and all that, if you want to complain about all of that, then women have to take accountability just as much as men. Let's be clear. Women are continuing to have children in these disgusting, ran down, torn down, ghetto, ratchet neighborhoods. I personally, and I've spoke about this several times in my videos, I personally think it's extremely irresponsible to have a child, to go and give birth to a child and try to raise them in this environment, in the hood, the ghetto. If you know that you're living under these conditions, you know you're struggling like shit with one child or two children, why you continue to have more children? That does not make any sense to me. But you probably want to let women take no accountability at all. Don't hold women to taking any accountability at all and just blame it on the men. I'm just putting information out there. I'm just speaking the truth, putting the facts out there. And you have an issue with me for that. That demonstrates a lack of accountability.
Please show me your video. We were talking to men and telling them, "Hey, yo, when somebody breaks up with you, it's okay."
I just demonstrated that. I just showed a bunch of examples. I showed you that I've recorded videos speaking directly to the issues of men. I've done videos speaking about these issues where men unalive. I've done that. I've shown you that. So let's move on.
The risk spending the rest of your life in jail, or taking a mother of your children away from your children because of jealousy. I don't hear y'all talking about that, right? This dude said I was in my feelings. He ain't experienced me yet, right? So also in your video, you didn't mention any mental health.
I didn't experience Femi yet. I'm feeling like I don't want to experience you. I don't know what you mean by that. If this is what you're talking about, this response video is experiencing you, this experiencing of you is not beneficial at all. It is not helpful for me or anybody else. You're just demonstrating a lack of accountability, not a lack of wanting to accept the facts and the truth. That's what you're demonstrating here. And I've proven that. Even some people have tried to argue with me over the years like, oh, well, women don't ask for men to R8 them. Women don't ask for men to R8 them. They don't. Women don't ask for men to be abusive in relationships. And that. No, I agree with you. They don't. They don't. We on the same page. I agree with you. They don't. But too often they don't make the right decisions. Not only when it comes to picking those men, they will flat out admit that they ignore red flags. So that's one problem, that they need to be accountable for. But then on top of that, they have the opportunity to change things, to leave the situation, and they don't. That's something that women need to take accountability for. You have men out here like myself telling you to make these decisions, telling you to leave the situation, telling you to take certain action. I've literally talked to people. I'm not talking about some damn videos online, woman. I'm talking about literally in real life. I've personally had conversations with people that I've known and these messed up relationships, abusive relationships. And she didn't want to leave. Why? Always some kind of excuse and you go right back. I've had tens of thousands of conversations with women about different things over the years. I've been at this more than 15 years. So maybe you haven't experienced me. That's what this is about, not the other way around. Stop embarrassing yourself. I've had tens of thousands of conversations with people, okay? And I tell you, it's disturbing how often women will flat out admit that they saw red flags, they saw signs of certain things, and they ignored the shit. Or their response a lot of times is, oh, they thought they could change him, or they thought he would change. But there'll be men out here like myself telling you all the time, stop expecting them to change. Stop thinking you can change them. Stop. If you're not going to listen to the amazing advice of these men, then what we're doing is pointless. What we're doing is pointless. We're out here trying to help. But according to you, black men shouldn't be talking about black women. Black men should be just talking about black men, and that's it. Black women should be talking about black women. You're suggesting this divide between us, which is extremely ridiculous. But let's move on, man. Let's move on.
You said, I'm the one to talk about it. Yeah, you started talking about women twerking. Yo, women twerking are the least of our problems, right? These immigrants are over here taking our jobs.
Women twerking is not the least of our problems. And it's not specifically about twerking, miss. I was speaking about a number of different things. A number of different things. I didn't say just twerking. I spoke about a number of different things. I'm speaking about the fact that our black women want to be respected to a certain degree. They want more respect. They talk about how they are least desired, most disrespected. They talk all these negative things about our black women have to say about how they're being treated. Have all these negative things about how they're being treated. And all I've been trying to do over the course of all these years is open black women's eyes to the fact that you have complete and total control over how you are represented. You have complete and total control over how you are valued. The respect you deserve to get. Come on now. We need to unify. Understand that if majority of the black women out there are showing themselves off online and twerking and doing all these things, they're devaluing themselves by faking themselves. You're not going to get the respect that you claim you want. You're not going to be respected. You're not going to be loved the same. You're not going to be valued as you deserve to be valued, considering you are the origin of the entire human race. It's black women who don't want to accept that. They don't want to understand how extremely important that is, how valuable that is. If you did, you would not be out here doing all this fake shit. You wouldn't fall victim to that nonsense. You would change your ways. You wouldn't be going back and forth with somebody like me arguing the facts. I'm telling you some positive shit here. I'm telling you some facts here. I'm speaking the truth. I want to see the best for our women. And you're coming off at me like I am tearing our women down. I'm not going to lie to you so you won't like me. As I mentioned earlier, I'm not like the rest of these guys out here that are speaking on things just because it's trending. Just because this is what everybody else likes. I'll listen to this garbage ass, destructive ass music because this is what it's selling. We're making these people filthy rich and they're destroying us. That's not me. I will never be that person. Never be that person. I will continue to be the best influence, the best possible influence for any and all of my people. And that's as it relates to every damn thing. I've never ever in my life been arrested. I've never had no drug addiction. I've never ever unalived anybody. None of these things. I've tried so hard to maintain my place as being a positive influence for other people, for my people. It proves how far we have fallen, black people. It proves how destroyed we've become when you are doing nothing but speaking the truth. When you're trying to see better for our people. When you're speaking shit that is facts. You're speaking shit that is positive. You want to see positive change. You're telling your people. You're telling your people things that will ultimately lead to positive change for us. And you get this backlash from this shit like this. What has to be wrong with us? We don't want better. Apparently we don't want better. You don't even want to do your daggone research. You rather just go and make all these stupid ass assumptions. Talking about, oh, when you scroll on TikTok, you don't never see. You have not done any research. I said that way back in the beginning. And now further in the video, you proved it. You talking about scrolling on TikTok. Nobody care about scrolling on no daggone TikTok. You have not done your research. I do my own research. My own. Not Google, not somebody's book, not what somebody said, not what my favorite celebrity. No. My own research. Got to do better, black woman. You got to do better.
AI.
How do you think our people, black people, were fare out here in this world? I'm talking about just globally. How we would fare, or even if you want to just say just in this country, that's fine too. How do you think we would fare? How do you think we would become better, get from the bottom of the barrel and make our way to the top if we're not focused on unifying first? If we're not working on demonstrating better social skills, being more civilized, stopping all the unaliving each other, all the gang nonsense, all the stupidity and shit. If we're not going to go and stop our black women from devaluing themselves, they are the most important of the entire race and the entire human race. And they are devaluing themselves. We need to address the things that are a problem for our people first. Nobody's going to give you the value and respect that you think you deserve as long as you continue to demonstrate that you don't have that for yourself. Let's say it's a woman, a black woman. As a world leader, any country, Africa, here in the US, wherever, a black woman speaking amongst other world leaders. You know, world leaders come together in mass numbers in these meetings and everything. Do you really think they would take the black woman serious if they can go online at any time and see her twerking somewhere? Or if she shows up to the meeting with a ton of fake hair and all this shit, a bonnet on her head, dumbass fake lashes, color contacts and shit. And do you really think they would take her seriously? Do you really think any other world leader would value her, would respect her, would really care about what she had to say, would trust her? She doesn't trust her daggone self. Apparently she doesn't, because she doesn't want to be herself. Do you really think they would take you serious? So don't act like these things are not super important. They are extremely important for our people. There's no way our black women are going to go and obtain the value and respect that they deserve, considering the fact that they are the origin of the entire human race. There's no way they're going to get to that point. They're not going to get that value and respect they deserve unless they start demonstrating value and respect for themselves. And right now, the vast majority of them do not. If you don't want to believe that, I can prove that. I proved it several times over. You don't know that because you haven't done your research. You haven't looked at my content. I've shown people how you can prove that yourself. I've shown them how I proved it myself. I've shown them how they can prove it themselves. You have not done your research. So for you to come in your little video with your little response to my, oh, he ain't experienced Femi yet. I don't need to experience you. It seems more like you need to experience me.
If you want to have a conversation with me, you won't have to come without them talking points and some real solutions. Y'all want to be the leaders, right? A leader's not sitting up there talking about weave, okay? So you come talk to me correctly.
Our leaders are not sitting up there talking about weave because they don't care. Those who are governing this country, governing the world, they don't care about the fact that our black people are failing. They care about making sure that their people, whatever race they are, go any country, wherever, white people in this country, other country, whoever we want to talk about, they are concerned about their people not being at the bottom. They are not going to help us. They are not going to be the ones to help us. Our people have to help ourselves. There's no other group of people in this world that are going to come and help us demonstrate that we value ourselves. They're making billions of dollars off of selling fake shit to you, these Asian folks. You really think they're going to stop selling fake shit to you to help you understand your value and demonstrate how much you value yourself by not being fake and shit? They're not going to do that. That's billions of dollars out of their pocket. The shit you're just saying is just not making any sense at all. We need to help. We have to fix ourselves. That's my mission. That's my purpose. I've never done any advertising. I've never done nothing but simply post videos online. No, I'm not rich and famous. I'm not. Many years putting content out there is because I care about my people. My care is genuine. It's real. I say that shit and I mean it. I want to see better for my people. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. It's not about what's trending. I'm not going to lie to you so you like me. I'm not going to go with what's trending so I can get millions of views. I'm not going to go and lie to you so I can get millions of views. I don't care about that. We need to fix ourselves. It should be just as important to every single black person in this world as it is to me. We are literally at the bottom right now. All black people. Globally, black people are at the daggone bottom. When are we going to open our eyes to this nonsense? When are we going to start taking this serious and do what's necessary for real significant change for our people? I've come with solutions. Don't tell me I have not. When you have not done your research. When you don't know who I am. Do your daggone research and stop embarrassing yourself by speaking on some shit either from from feelings, simply from emotion, or pulling shit randomly out of your ass. It's making you look very stupid. God, man. The thing that I find so amazing and that I love about so many of our black men is the fact that our black men, far more than our women, unfortunately, not saying none of them are able to, but far more than our women, are able to come together. Perhaps it's because we don't respond with emotions like women do. Maybe that's the case. Not trying to attack black women for this or throw shade on black women because of this. But what I love is the fact that black men, whether they agree with each other or not, they are still able to come together and have conversations Even if they know they disagree with this person, they can come together and have conversations for the sake of a potential opportunity to learn something different, experience something different, come to some type of mutual understanding of each other. And again, that's not all the time with black men, but it seems to be so more often than it is with black women. Then black women are able to do that. Black women are competitive. They're catty. They've admitted this themselves. You can see it on the different TV shows, the housewives shows and shit, and on social media everywhere. That's what's trending right now. They're showing all these different little fights and dumbass shit with our black women. All the fake shit our black women wearing and fighting each other and shit. It's every daggone way. That's what's being shown. I've literally seen Rizza Islam, even though his views don't match with Jesse Peterson, I think his name is Jesse Peterson. He's gone on his show before. I've seen Umar Johnson go on Roland Martin's show. Even though they disagree on some things, they still came together to have that kind of. As a matter of fact, Umar Johnson's been on Jesse Peterson's show as well. He's been on Jesse Peterson's show too. Even though they don't agree on all the. Come on now. And I can go on and on and on. This is what men do. And you suggested there's no examples out there of men speaking on these issues of men and all. Come on now. You have not done your research. That's why it doesn't seem like it exists to you, because you have not done your research. You've embarrassed yourself with this. You've taken this opportunity that could have been amazing. Could have been so many things could have been learned. An amazing discussion could have been had. You've taken this opportunity just to embarrass yourself. Doesn't look good for you. Doesn't look good for other black women. Now, what are you going to do to change that? Are you going to come and attack me? Come and bash me? Try to come at me again or something? What are you going to do? It's not going to be a good look for you. Talking about I haven't experienced Femi, you haven't experienced me. I'm the wrong one. I've been at this too many years, and I'm standing on facts. I'm not trying to say that to intimidate you or anything like that, but I'm standing on facts over here. There's no way you're ever going to be able to defeat the facts. You're not. You're not. Unless something has changed since the time that I've done my research. And maybe it has. I'll be open to understanding, to having a conversation about that. But up until this point in time, based on the research I've done, has not changed. So it's not going to suit you well to try to come at me with anything unless you come in with facts. Facts. Not your opinion, not some shit you want to make up that you didn't actually research. A lot of people probably wouldn't believe you. A lot of people probably wouldn't follow you or none of that. You're hurting yourself with this. Do you understand that? By you doing that video and proving that you have not done your research, proving that you are in your feelings or being fair, or just randomly pulling shit out of your ass. Because again, like I said, I proved that you have not done the research. I've shown you. Shown videos and everything. I've shown you. Proving that you have not done your research. Talking about you're just scrolling on TikTok and you ain't never seen. That's doing research? That is not. You've embarrassed yourself. So either you're going to come with some facts and stop embarrassing yourself, or just let it go. The choice is yours.